clicks and clacks, building blocks, let's begin. Stacks on stacks, with beards we always win. In a world of plastic, our minds spin. Brick by brick, where do we dive in? Brickin' with the beard, we never stop. Talking pieces, colors going over the top. Custom sets, landscapes, got a shop. Tunes drop, make the hobby pop. From vintage sets to modern themes, minifig dreams with studs and seams. Castle walls, spaceship beams. Listen close, hear the gear screams. Connecting fans, yo, that's the plan. Building bonds piece by piece, man. Every episode more than just sand. Confidence grand, bricks in hand.
What is going on, everybody? What is up? We are a little late because we had a discrepancy that we cannot figure out who's telling the truth and who's not on. Everyone can tell.
I don't think anybody is.
This week is theme is CMFs, but if you look on Bricklink and look up CMFs through certain things in certain ways, what they consider CMFs isn't always CMFs. And if you look on some of the lists that you find on running through a search on Google, the top 10 valuable CMFs other than Mr. Gold aren't CMFs. So we're calling false on all that. Gene needs to get Bricklink together. He's Mr. Bricklink, and he needs to get a list and see what's going on.
It's kind of weird how they put them all together. I think it's when they release a set, they consider it a CMF, whether it is COL numbers or whatever.
I don't know how they did that, because so when Gene looked it up, a couple of the ones he was coming up with were technically polybags. So who knows? But what is going on, everybody in the chat? What is up, Mr. Claxton? We got Papa Trip says, Bearded Bricks friends, hope everyone is well and happy this evening. Amanda R says, hey. We got Cajun AFall that says, I hope y'all had a great Easter, everyone. Haley telling me I'm late, but I'm not really late. Y'all were just early getting here. David Kraus says, hey. And Hoarder66 says, everybody smash that like button and get your business handled, Gene.
There we go.
Is it handled yet? You got it?
Yep.
What is exactly. CMF, gene causing malfunction, CMF. Do you
had the bit slap wheel.
Do you consider polybags a CMF? While we're talking about this, by the way, I'm like searching Bricklink, because Bricklink doesn't make sense at all how they have some of these minifigures listed. And that is one of the things that we came up with. If you Google top valuable CMFs, one of the first ones that pops up is Snake from The Simpsons. But Snake came with the Quickie Mart. It's not a CMF. Gene found the most expensive CMF through Bricklink, and this is all, of course, beside Mr. Gold, is Rapunzel. But Rapunzel came with the Disney castle, so.
But it's listed under Bricklink under CMFs.
I'm not sure what is going on. So if you look, I'm trying to find out where, because when you have a polybag's not listed as a polybag underneath a series. It's just listed in with them. And there's 10 pages of what I'm trying to get through right now.
Well, so while you're doing that, what'd you do this week?
Really nothing. I need to be down here building, but I have put it off a little. I've got a third of the roof on the church. Well, half of the roof on the church done. I've got to figure out how to finish that back half and come all the way around. And then other than that, really nothing. Haley is with her dad tonight and tomorrow. So I spent some time with her versus coming down here yesterday and today. Yesterday and one day. I'm not being able to spell very well, or they have this minifig in here spelled wrong. Or maybe it's under the complete wrong section. What about you? What'd you do?
Worked in the store. That slave driver that's sitting over here. We put in, I think we put in like 15,000 pieces this weekend.
I think so.
That's it?
It's a bunch when you're dealing with used stuff.
Wash 20 pounds per day.
It's a lot of sorting, quality control. It was a lot. We put in a bunch of hours. It's not a complaint. It's not a complaint because it's stuff we have fun doing.
Monday night we had grandson.
Yep, every Monday now we get our grandson while the daughter and the son-in-law go compete in trivia stuff. And so that's always a big plus.
Are you putting Lego in his hand yet?
Oh, he had Lego in his hand the day he was born.
Not
We need to put from the new set that we got. We put the two pieces together and he plays with that. He doesn't hold anything yet, but he laughs at everything.
So I looked up Iron Man Mark 33, which is considered Silver Centurion, comes up as Gene or with Gene using Bricklink as a CMF. But what I'm getting is a different part number for the same minifig that's considered to be in one set, which is just the poly bag. And the price that Gene had is different than what I'm seeing on here.
It's nuts.
Because you said he was what, in the hundreds?
Which one?
Silver, the Iron Man.
Hold on, I'll look. War Machine?
No, Silver Centurion.
No, I didn't have him.
You did. You told me you had him. Gene, you're getting old, buddy.
No, I had Baturion.
Oh, Baturion.
Yes, that's who I had.
Well, here I am searching.
And he's about 52.
I will say there's about 5 pages worth of Batman on here.
It took a long time to page through it all.
I don't know, there's some wacky shit going on with all this. Gene, you're going to have to take a couple of weeks off work and get all this straight. I'm blaming Gene until it gets fixed. Yeah. Hoarder said, get your business handled. We're going to keep this up here for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I was going to show you one thing. You said something about putting some Lego in his hand.
Yeah. General Tron Brix says, howdy all.
That's the day he was born.
That's not real Lego. That's Duplo. And that, get that out of here.
Yeah, it's a Lego keychain.
Keychain.
Brittany keeps it on his book bag now.
I did build one extra step when we went off air Wednesday of last week because I wanted to see the guns and what they looked like. This thing is pretty big. I mean, it's definitely some fake Lego, but it's almost to a point where I don't know how to build it because I'm having to keep the instructions in front and build like above it in a way, if that makes sense. But I'm going to get it done. I don't know what I'm going to do with it when it's done. You want this, Gene?
No. And don't put it anywhere near those tubs of stuff you want us to bring here.
Why? No, I need to do something better than giving it away. I mean, throwing it away. They gave it to me for free.
Make it a pop. Make yourself a little Ziploc bag, and we'll take it to the Boys and Girls Club like we do at Christmas every year.
No, if I do something with it, I'll give it away and send it to somebody on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
What are y'all building tonight?
I'm doing the last two of the Formula One cars.
And just remember, if anybody forgot,
Dory's doing the big fig.
I'm doing the big minifig.
get your business handled, Gene. That needs to be the motto. That's going to be the theme of next week. We're going to everybody's going to come on and just be like, look, Gene, you need to get your business handled.
Well, Lord business.
George will not be with us tonight, but he will be back next week.
So that brings up another question for me. Have you talked to our buddy Drew lately?
No. I mean, every once in a while, but not too much. You're going to his wedding, aren't you?
No, we can't.
Doing a Mother's Day thing.
We've got like 5 things going on. Dad's having cardiac surgery Tuesday, so we were reluctant to actually, when we had to RSVP, we didn't know when Dad was having the surgery. We thought it was going to be the week of the 4th, but it's going to be this coming Tuesday. And then since we're not going, we've been invited to a Mother's Day thing on the 4th.
That sounds boring.
Good winery.
That sounds even worse.
There's food.
I've been in contact with some more people to get some more guests coming on. We do have, I guess, starting in May, which is next week, some more people coming.
Awesome.
But tonight is just me and the OG Gene. I really miss building those F1 cars, to be completely honest with you. I liked building this. This was fun, but however, it gives me no gratification whatsoever, the fact that it is not real Lego. Sad to say, isn't it? But I know how it feels.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are jumping on the I'd rather build with fake Lego because it's cheaper bandwagon.
Yeah,
I'm
Funhole
not
is
part of that
getting,
group.
I don't know. Did Funhole get renamed yet? Does anybody know? Is it still Funhole?
Were they planning to rename it?
Yeah, because of the name was obviously a mark. It's too easy to get picked on. So they were going to rename it, but I don't know if they did.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that they were renaming it.
I don't know what they would rename it. Just make it Lego spelled backwards.
Google.
Oh no, that might be too close to Google. Can you Google?
Can you Google Oogle?
Yeah, can you Google Oogle? General Tron says, I know how that feels when I was building Mega Blocks back when they had Crystal Wars, Dragon stuff. It was fun, but it wasn't Lego. I mean, don't get me wrong. These other companies are definitely like, I mean, they're killing it when it comes to quality. Haley, I'm building that ship that they sent me. If you're talking about me.
If you're talking about me, I'm doing the last 2 Formula
Gee,
1
nobody
cars.
was talking about you.
And
It's not always about you.
She was
Gene.
talking to Tori. She was talking to Tori.
Not
Tori's
always
building the
about
big
you.
minifig.
Gene, go get your Bricklink handled before you build. You need to finish your job. By the way, who does that? Whenever you get a set in, right? You go to do the inventory to Bricklink. Does Lego decide where the part goes into Bricklink? Like who does when it not a part but a set? Who decides where that set goes?
That comes out of the Lego database.
So
And it's not always crystal clear. Sometimes there's arguments because sometimes it comes in and it's supposed to be in 2 different locations at the same time.
So if a piece comes in and it could be like a I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that, like when the was it the 2x3 came in or whatever that is?
Mm-hmm.
What was the argument of, does it go into brick or does it go into modified brick?
Now, which one?
The one that's like it's like 2 plates stacked on top of each other. It's not a full
The
brick.
one
It's 2/3.
2/3?
Yeah.
That's a brick.
So why isn't that a modified brick?
Modified brick's going to have like an appendage on it, like something sticking out of it or something cut, or the fact that it's shorter doesn't matter because it's the same as a 1 by 1 by 3. That's still a brick. But yeah, no, that,
I hate to
that
tell
does,
you this, but it is considered a modified brick. You need to
is it?
step up Bricklink, buddy.
They, well, they moved it. They moved it then because there was a lot of discussion about it and it was being compared to just like a 1 by 1 by 3, which is why I said that.
The what piece was it I was looking for the other day, and I couldn't find that thing anywhere. It's a common piece. The 1 by 1 round tile with the little point on top. It took me a while to find that.
The tile round 1 by 1 with pin.
Yeah. Took me a little while to find that. But I also wasn't trying to find it on Bricklink. I was trying to find it on Lego. That's another thing that I really wish they would do. I really wish that Lego would step up and make the part numbers match whatever Bricklink says, or vice versa.
So you can search for the Lego PCC number on Bricklink and it'll bring up the right part.
But you can't do vice versa. There's a lot of part numbers on Bricklink that do not pull up on Lego unless you go through where it says part number might be this, 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 and this, and you have to enter
the alternate IDs.
Yeah. General Tron says that explains why I see duplicate postings for new parts sometimes, same ID and everything. Papa Trip says Funhole is changing to Lumi Bricks. I just sent you the Instagram post. I think. Oh, never mind. This is made by. This is Massini or Missimi. I don't know. Something. They told me to make a video about it and a video of unboxing it. But I feel like since I've been building it on live stream the past 3 weeks, that does everything justice, right? It's actually not a bad set. It's actually pretty good. I'm not going to complain about anything. They use some. You can tell that whoever made this company used to build Lego, and they were like, "Well, I wish I had this piece," and they just made it. Sir Loot Waffles, I have not. I know about the Star Trek set, but I don't think pictures have been leaked yet because the pictures that I've brought this week of the leaked sets, that's not one of them. There might be people out there that know more than me, but it has not hit the intranet yet.
Has it got a set number?
I don't know. It's Star Trek. I won't be buying it. Nobody likes fake Star Wars. I will say that me and Haley have tickets to go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters this Saturday.
Children.
That's going to be fun. It feels weird going to the theater to see the same movie, but 25 years apart. I'm getting old. Crimson Toaster, what is up? He is in the house. The one thing I will say that I talked about it last week that I like about this set, though, over Lego, is the fact that they have, instead of normal decals, they're like transfers.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool. All right, I went dumpster diving into the Lego database, and that 1 by 1 round plate, a round tile with pin at Lego is called a plate 1 by 1 with 3.2 shaft and 1.5 hole.
The craziest thing is slopes, because slopes on Lego are called roof tiles.
Yeah, some of them are.
Which I get that because that's what they were basically invented for, but Waffle says, I was glad the inverted stud logo was an April Fool's joke. A lot of people fell for some of that stuff, though. I typically, if you see me post anything on Instagram, on YouTube, on April Fools about anything, know that someone has hacked my account, because I will never do that. I think that is so dumb. It just creates clickbait. I try not to create clickbait. I try to let you know you're watching a lousy channel. Don't want to get you thinking you're going to see something cool.
That's not that lousy. We got people watching us that we didn't even know were watching us.
I know that is true. Somebody joked they weren't joking. I thought about being a true Richard. They commented on that video I posted where I used like one of the trending, like highly followed sounds. And they were like, yeah, imagine posting this only to get likes. And I was like, well, I've gained 200 subscribers from it, so it done me somewhat of good.
Yes, I told Richard that Tori and I were at Costco this weekend, just there, looking for cheap Lego.
You were looking to corner the market on whatever set Costco was selling. Let's get it right.
No, because we're not cornering the market on the sets. We're tearing them apart and selling them as pieces.
What set is it Costco right now?
Bamboo thing.
We got 5 or 6 of the bamboos.
Star Wars little guy.
There's
Yogi.
Grogu, baby Grogu.
Yeah.
That just hit
One bouquet.
Costco. There's a bouquet. There's a Tranquil Garden.
Yes, Tranquil Garden.
I think it's Tranquil Garden. And they can't freaking give those away.
What bouquet is it?
One of the new ones.
It's one of the 2 new ones.
Is it the wildflower?
Hold on.
They gave me the wrong piece in this set.
It's 25 set. Right.
What is going on, Renee? Tron Brick says, I take offense to that fake Star Wars reference. Star Trek was around a decade before Star Wars, though, but I'm not a fan of both, but I am a fan of both equally. Toaster says, bro, Bearded, do you have any good info about displaying at Chicago? That's what I'm trying to do, but can't find anything. Do you mean like how do you sign up for it? What is going on, Miss Renee? She said, hey, everyone, EMS Bricks is in the house.
So, Richard, it's the one that's called Flower Arrangement.
Haley's watching. She needs to let you know if she. I don't think she has that one. I know there is something I kind of wanted to talk about tonight or mention tonight. I don't want to make a full discussion about it, but it is something that has kind of pissed me off. And it makes no sense to me. But if they're wanting me to play the game, I will play the game. So I ordered last week a massive Lego order. Everybody's seen it. It was like 3,300 pieces. It was stuff for a bunch of tanks, a bunch of new vehicles. And they sent it to me in 2 bags. The parts that were in there, if there was one part in one bag, it wasn't going to be in the other bag, but there was still like 1,600 or 1,700 parts per bag. I get that that's their sorting system, is just to dump pieces. I always get random pieces. I think that it's just because it's stuck in some type of chute. The chute goes down the line, and whatever piece it says it needs, it calculates how many you ordered, throws it in a bag. Whatever. I was told by some people who make much larger orders than me that the one way to combat that is to do an order till you pretty much get free shipping. Once you get free shipping, stop, place the order, and then go right back in and place another order. I don't understand why they're about to make me do this because I spent almost 2 hours separating stuff. And I'm not going to do that again. That was kind of boring.
Now, what you can do is you can bring it to your favorite Bricklink store and ask their star sorter
Uh-huh.
if she would sort it for you into
Well, the
baggies.
thing is no one should have to do it. It's dumb. You're ordering, and it's not like I'm getting one of this piece and one of that piece. I am literally placing orders for, like, I said this last week. Gene knows when I place an order, if I need 5 of them, I'm ordering 10. If I need 20 of them, I'm ordering 50. If I need 80 of them, I'm ordering 100. Like, I don't do that to people unless you just don't have the full amount. If you don't have the full amount, I'm going to take them all. But I was waiting. I have a cart ready that I am going to do multiple orders on. And the reason why I was waiting was because they have that new gift with purchase. I have a picture of it. I'll show it later tonight. But they talked about it. I think I showed it a couple weeks ago, but it actually became like a thing yesterday. And I knew they were going to do something for double VIP points, so that's what I was waiting for. But the double VIP points right now is only on the sunflower set and like 2 or 4 botanical sets. And none of them really interest me. But Lego is about to make me place about, I'm assuming, 10 orders, which means I'm going to get 10 with these gift with purchases, all because they're making me sort this stuff. How do you
I
feel?
think that's awesome. Do it. Make them work for it.
I mean, they're not going to work for it. I'm having to work for it. I'm having to sort the stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Place multiple orders and make them do the work.
Oh, I'm going to. As soon as I thought about doing it on stream, but I'm going to wait till I get off because I'm going to have to use my phone and like 3 or 4 screens.
We don't mind. We won't write down your password or anything.
Just your credit card number.
You don't have to go through that. All that's saved. That'll all be taken care of by the click of a PayPal button. You can have my password. I'll give you the password. Password is ha 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 HAHAHA got you 911 and then hit enter.
I changed my password on everything to be the same.
Really?
Yeah. I went ahead and used the word incorrect as my password because every time I enter my password, it says your password's incorrect. So I figure at least this way it's right.
Yeah.
Your password is incorrect. How did you know?
I can't find this piece. Stupid Chinese company.
Will says the screwed up thing is Richard just really gave us his real password.
I know. You should go on there and enter it in. If it doesn't work, it works better if you dial it on like the phone. I do have the password to Gene's Bricklink. I'll sell it to you for, I don't know, $100, but if it doesn't work, it just means he changes it. It's a fair price.
Yeah,
You can have it.
Unfortunately, the only thing that does for you is it lets you see the inside of the inventory.
Yeah, but you can take all the prices down to whatever you want and then place the order.
Oh yeah, you could do that. I didn't think about it that way.
Then,
Guess I'm not as devious as you are.
you're not. I could have told you that. That's why I almost. Did you see that? I don't think you're in it anymore. Someone in the Discord is selling another Ghostbusters Firehouse.
No,
They've got
the Discord.
They've got both Ecto ones that come too. But I don't need another
Big
one.
one and the little one.
Both little ones and the big one, yeah. I don't need another one though. Thought about it. I do need to go get that AT-AT helmet.
Will wants to know if you've watched Andor.
No, not yet. Hoarder said before that they need to add all the parts to the pick-a-brick wall and let us pick our own orders. We need a factory store like Germany. I would go broke in there so quick. I don't know. The one thing that I've been needing, and Will might be able to help on this. Do you know the pieces that just got put in the Lego store on the pick-a-brick wall? The leaves that like have the plate attachment and then they curve straight up. I figured out that most of my trees are going to take almost 50 of those. So I need a buttload of them. So if you happen to go to your local Lego store and they have those, I'll be more than happy to send you money. I've lost the Chinese brick separator they gave me. We'll put these stickers on with a Lego piece.
All right, there's two different ones. There's 1x1 with the straight up curve, and then there's 1x2 with straight up curve.
Do you have pictures?
Um,
Renee says they have some in the store. I need dark green, Will. Dark green and white. They're on Lego's website, but they're, I think, $17 for 100 of them.
those two right there.
Yeah, I need it with the one.
That one.
Yeah. I was ordering them.
They're currently selling for 16 cents a piece.
That's what Lego sells them for. But I need a large quantity of them.
We got 44 of them.
In dark green?
Yeah, but we got them priced too high somehow.
Dark green. They were expensive until Lego started putting them out everywhere.
Well, and that's what happens when you price a lot out, unless you go back and check your prices on a regular basis, which we never do. We check them when we upload more inventory. Let's see, they should be.
Will, if you go back and they have dark green, I will pay you to get me some. Well, I want to see how many fit. I'm assuming you can fit more than 100 in a box.
Oh yeah, easily.
I need you gotta think if it takes 50 to make a tree, I'll take 1,000 of them if it's possible. Can never have too many plants. I just don't know if I want to pay Lego $170 for 1,000 of them. I will say, what's everyone's thoughts? I have the points, and I've been collecting points to get the Death Star. How many people on here, I know Will probably is, are going out or at least going online? I know Papa Trip is too. Day one and getting the UCS Jango Fett Starship. I haven't bought a Star Wars set in a while, and I think I might buy that one. It's $300. EMS says they have 919 of them at 15 cents. I I need to go visit your store then. EMS says they will get that day one at the store. I'll probably order it online if I go. If I get it, it will be a online thing. I know that they're doing some things, but with me not having a store near me, doesn't really help me to want to go. Loot Waffle says, I don't know. I don't like fake Star Trek. Just remember, you can go ask a lot of people about Star Wars, and they can answer a lot of questions. But there's not a lot of people that can answer a bunch of Star Trek questions. There's a lot of people wearing stuff daily for Star Wars. I have yet to see a Star Trek shirt. Do they even make merchandise? Is there like a Star Trek merchandise place? Gene, don't you like Star Trek?
The old TV version from the 1960s.
They had TV in the 1960s?
Yeah. And contrary to what most people think, we had color TV. It had two colors, black and white.
That's what I figured. That's cool, though. At least it wasn't all black. That'd be kind of hard.
No, actually, we were highfalutin. We actually had color.
Can you imagine how hard it would be to watch Star Trek on a radio and try to comprehend what the hell's going on?
It'd be almost like War of the Worlds or something, wouldn't it?
You just sit there picturing what is going on. Trip said, yep, along with the U-Wing. I don't have the old one, Chopper, and the Brickheads. I do like the Brickheads, but I'm going to pass on them. Will said, I'm waiting on Django Slave 1 because the promo threshold is 160, so I will make any and all orders stop right around there to get as many promos as I can. I will wait to get anything more expensive than 160 till after the promo is gone and they have double points or something. That's pretty smart. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I was really hoping that this gift with purchase was a little cooler than it was. I've got it pulled up beside me. I'm gonna show it like I said, but I don't know. I always play the game, and what'll end up happening is I'll place the order, and like a day later they'll be like, "Oh, we're giving double VIP points," and then I have to call Lego and threaten them. Not really.
Threaten them to not buy anything.
Yeah, and then buy
And
it.
they go, "Oh, you're one of those people."
Yeah, I just buy it anyway. I do like the rest of the Star Wars fanboys. Will said, Papa Trip said, I use some points for some of it. I usually accumulate points until I have 250 to 500 worth and then cash out. My goal was by the time that the UCS Death Star came out to get it with free, nothing with points. And then they released the fact that it's going to be $1,000, and that's a lot of points. And I'm only about, after I place this order tonight or tomorrow, whenever I place it, I'll only be a little over halfway there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could spend the money to get there, but Gene, why don't you let me use all your points?
Well, you kind of got me curious. I don't know how many we got now. I spent a bunch of them.
Will said, I got $200 in Pick-a-Brick Cups last 2 weeks. I need to chill out for May 1st, but the wall has been amazing lately and calling my name. And Legion said the Lee Submariner has arrived.
Yeah, we're down to 89,000 right now.
That's it?
Yeah.
Let me get it. Legion, how you been? Are you You ready to go under the sea?
He'd tell you, but he'd have to kill you.
Lego Sith says, "Hey guys, no guests today." No, not today. George, which I don't really consider George a guest anymore. George is like a part of the family. Has got some things going on, and due to my horrible planning,
Where'd it go?
This is me.
Oh,
we don't have anybody.
pick your lick on.
But if you would like, you can blame it on Gene. That's what we've been doing the entire night. Just
So Richard, sorry, we have another 8600. Tori scans all the books for the sets we part apart,
uh-huh.
and they're in her account. So she's got 8600 in there. So it means we got 9800 total, or 98,000 total.
So I can use those though, right?
Yeah, we just hit the transfer button and send them right away.
All right, sweet.
Tori, can you hunt that transfer button, see if you can find it?
Mm-hmm. I already closed it. Sorry. Oops.
Oh, oops, she already closed it.
Y'all like to torture me.
Mm-mm-mm.
Just trying to get a leg up on the competition.
We may have to leave early and go do a funeral for a dog.
Why? What's going on?
He's tearing
Go.
he's tearing up a bed over here.
Stop.
Which one?
The new one. Bingo.
Bingo.
Stop.
The other two are smarter than that.
They're sleeping.
Threaten to take
Bingo's,
it down. That's what I do.
he will hear take and he'll think he's getting to go for a ride.
Well, don't you?
No, he's a good pup. He just still in that puppy
Puppy.
stage.
And then there's this pretty girl.
How does these companies get away with like actually using Lego pieces? Like they're not branded Lego, but they are like legit Lego pieces.
Look at all the stuff Rocco's doing now. Everything he's doing, the pieces look exactly like Lego. They just
Yeah,
don't say Lego.
I saw his newest video where he's using I didn't know this before, and I'm not mad at him because of what he does. If it were to be somebody doing something else, like an actual like a different style mock, I didn't know that some of his connections weren't really connections. They're just pieces that are like tile to tile glued together.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
I watched his latest video where he shows doing that, and he was showing how he was building something. I was like, how in the hell did he make that connection? And like I got to looking, and it's because he didn't make that connection.
He is a great artist, but the thing that drew us to him originally was how he remained true to Lego and found a way to make it work with the Lego parts in the colors that Lego offered. And he got doing that big, that huge mock he's doing now.
When the Roman.
The Roman thing that's growing.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get some of the parts and the colors he wanted. So then he started branching out and doing some non-Lego stuff to get the colors he wanted. And then he started getting good deals on it. And now he doesn't do any Lego. The company, very little.
Right.
The company that makes the pieces that he'd been using, they've kind of partnered up with him. If he needs pieces that they're not currently making, they'll make it for him.
I have some custom pieces that are chrome plated that I got from a buddy, and they're pretty cool. I needed some chrome. Will said he uses his points too quickly to ever get close to six figures. And then Renee said right now they have 13,000 points saving for the Death Star. I'm in the 50,000s. But I don't buy Legos near as much as y'all people. Well, I don't buy Lego sets. If we got points off of Bricklink, I'd be killing it. Gene, why don't you have some type of like return customer point system?
Dude, you have the ultimate return customer point system. And that's all we're going to say about that.
Did you see the video I posted with the strings?
I saw the strings. I didn't see the
I
video.
saw the teaser for it. I didn't see the video.
You didn't see where they're all laid out as the power lines?
No,
On the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
It looks so much nicer that they're smaller. But like I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I was like, that's a $90 power system I got going on.
and that's because you got a boggin.
These ungrateful minifigs about to learn. I don't know if I said it last week. I may have, may not. My next order with Gene and Tori will be my 100th order. So everybody comment, should I be a dick and make it extremely difficult to pull? Or should I just do another general order? Because I thought about going through and just hitting one of everything until I got to like $100. But sorting the pieces by as cheap as I can get them.
I can take the challenge or not take the challenge.
The only problem is if I do that, I'm going to have a bunch of pieces I'll never use.
And you're going to have one bag.
Because when you're a dick to us like that, we'll be a dick back.
One bag. All
Waffle
mixed up.
says that he hates how they always get the Lego orders wrong. My orders have yet to be wrong. So I ordered some pieces for Haley, and she wanted to build some trophies. So I made every piece into 100. That way she could have 100 trophies. And they sent her, everything was at least 100, but there were some of them that were like way over 100, which didn't make any sense. Like the 1x1 reddish brown studs. I think she has like 120 or 130. Which I get. I guess counting them would kind of be annoying. So they just took a couple handfuls and tossed them in a bag.
No, the machine does it by weight. And because it's so inaccurate on those little pieces, they always throw in extras.
Yeah, I figured, but I like to think it's because I'm such a good customer.
Well, that's it too.
So this boat's got wheels on the bottom of it, by the way. It rolls and the propeller in the back twists, which is not accurate at all.
Well, you don't know that. The Japanese ships may have been that way.
True. That is very true.
I mean, it kept them from beaching.
But I'm gonna guess.
Better stop.
This thing just has like a massive hole in the front of it.
Massive hole.
Yeah, it's got like, I don't know what these are supposed to be, to what scale this is. I guess these are, I don't know, what is this? Where's Sam at? Sam knows all this stuff. General Tron Brix said she's going to hit you with that Uno reverse card. And Renee says, as a Bricklink seller, I would say a general order. I do have an order for them that's not like me. I will say I've got a cart with them that not stuff I would normally order. Which, I don't know, I hit Renee with it too. I don't know why I started doing it. I was telling Haley and a buddy at work, the last couple orders I've put in on Bricklink, I've ordered Harry Potter figs for. And I'm not sure why. I think I got Dumbledore from Renee. Or not Dumbledore, Hagrid. It's one of those things that I have started doing that I cannot tell you why.
So I've got the young hellion down there that we're having to keep an eye on to keep from tearing up the bed. And then right here beside me, the sister jumps up here so she can get away from me.
She don't like getting in trouble. She tattlers on him.
Well, that's not nice. Don't she know snitches get stitches?
She's like, I can cover it. I can take care of myself. I'm a toughie.
They got some weird assemblies going on in this, and I'm not sure how this is supposed to go.
Do you need somebody that's got experience building with Lego to help you?
No, these are Chinese bricks they're using, not Lego. They're different
Oh,
parts. These are like parts that Lego actually doesn't have. I get what they're trying to do. It's just they're doing the Lego. Well, let's put 5 1x1s instead of a 1x3, and then 2 more 1x1s or a 1x2 with it. They're trying to, I guess, knock the piece count up. Not that Lego does that or anything, you know. Gene, do you have some of these minifigs to go over? And
no,
what
I
is
didn't. I did until you busted my bubble.
Well, I got my bubble busted. That's why I busted yours. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Everything that's listed as a CMF is in fact not a CMF.
Yes, I guess that's the first thing to talk about.
Tron, these if you have an Instagram, message me and I will send you a picture. These are literally, there's like every part you can think of, they make the same part with a stud on both sides. Because we all know the most expensive CMF is Mr. Gold, but that's not an easy one to achieve. The thing that made me, I guess, come up with this idea, a couple of weeks ago, I was at a convention. The night before we went to the convention for the actual like visitor days, I went to a Walmart and found 4 cases of brand new CMFs that had not been opened. And I got all of the Beastmasters out of them with the intentions on taking them back and bartering a trade for other minifigs that I may want. And I did that. And I got, of course, more than the value of them. And I know that me being a Castle fan, everybody knows that the tournament night with the Raven Knight is now a very valuable minifigure. And there was people at one time who was going online and buying them because they were on the Pick-a-Brick section, and they were buying them by the thousands. So I just wanted to touch base with people and ask what does people think about some of these minifigs? Are they worth hoarding? Are you buying them with the intentions of doing something with them or just hoarding them? Because I still have another maybe 20 Beastmasters down here.
So I'll tell you, Richard, the funny thing, the way I went in looking for them that we found out doesn't work, I stumbled on the fact that a lot of the most valuable minifigs are things that could be used in Castle or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, a lot of the more valuable ones. The Spartan Warrior, Frightened Knight, Roman Soldier.
They're all things that people would army build. The stuff like the girl that runs down the girl that runs down the street with her cat aren't valuable.
Conquistador, Classic King, Fright Night again, different one. Viking, Forest Maiden, Tournament Night. You know, all those were in the top 30 most expensive.
It's one of those things that, like I said, the CMFs when they come out, all in my opinion, and this is just my opinion. Could be wrong on this, but once again, in my opinion, when they come out, it's like they have one minifig they know is going to be worth a lot of money, and then they come out with some that are just like filler in there for whatever.
But I think prior to the barcodes and the QR codes, I think they were using that one to entice people to buy a bunch of them. And then, you know, it wasn't a very common one, so people had to buy more.
Yeah. Well, that's what you did. You created a demand.
False demand.
But that's, I don't know. I still, every once in a while, I was actually talking to Miss Brickbabe about this the other day, because me and her, when I was out on Good Morning Brick World, me and her went hard on the subject of people that are not in the community don't know about the app to scan them, and they were going in and opening the bags or opening the boxes.
Yeah.
My dogs are upstairs barking like crazy.
Bingo thinks they're outside here.
Yeah.
He jumped up and went running to the kitchen.
I don't know why. It's dark outside. They can't see nothing.
That doesn't stop ours from barking.
They're just standing at the window barking.
I woke Chestnut up.
Well, she perked up and then she lay back down.
Hey, stop. The joys of a camera.
Yeah, Vader's like, damn, you're lazy, Dad. You wouldn't even come up here and tell me to stop you.
Holler at me through a camera.
Well, there is a dog that is at the top of the street, and the owners don't take care of him very well. He gets out constantly. So that could be what they're barking at.
Usually ours are barking at Peter Cottontail.
He don't exist in my house.
He exists in my neighbor's yard.
Tron Brick says that it worked fairly with the Space CMF. Lots of figs that were sought after, but there was only one or two that were popular. I mean, I agree, Will. They should definitely make a full Castle CMF, but I don't think that they ever will do that, just because they get the ability to, and I hate to say this, but to control the market by not doing that. When they, in my opinion, now don't get me wrong, I'm glad they did, because I would have never been able to do what I did without it. But when they let the Black Falcon go on the Pick-a-Brick wall, or the Bricks and Pieces online, and then they came out with the silver one on the Build a Minifigure section, I think they shot themselves in the foot when it came to a lot of that, because people were able to go on there. Now, they were still spending the money, so they weren't losing money in that aspect, but they were losing the chance of the surprise, if that makes sense. They came out with a CMF series that was pure castle, I'd be down. I'm gonna mute real quick so I can open this bag.
That was like the best 30 seconds in Bearded Bricks history. Both of us were muted.
I know the viewers gained right there.
Yeah.
I do have something out of this set I'm missing though. According to these instructions, unless this is just one string that I gotta cut. Let me. I hope to God that's not the truth.
You got to cut the string to the right length.
Well, there's a mass. It says that according to the book, there should be 4 different strings, but I only see one pack, and it looks like it's from beginning to end.
You should call Lego and complain.
This is gonna suck. Oh, maybe not. I see more than one end.
All right, hold them together.
There's multiple strings. They're just in one bag together.
So he is about the same size as the other one, isn't he? Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to be smaller.
I just don't think he's going to have the cute.
Now that we've got that, General Tron's Brix says that I would be all over a castle CMF if it's done right. Disappointed in the recent thing with the horse shield and snake shield. We already got a snake shield, and the horse shield looks like a little too close to the dragon paladin shield. And I agree with everything. I was really putting my money on the fact that I thought we were getting the octopus or the kraken. That is what I wanted. I might would have built another castle versus doing anything with Star Wars if that was the truth.
So, General Trons, I took some advice from this guy that knows a lot about Lego on the futures of Lego castle stuff. And I let him convince me to buy a whole bunch of those horse bardings.
I was just thinking about those.
Not only do we have a crap ton of them, but they are not worth what we paid for them now.
Well, that's because they freaking went all over like the picker brick wall. You were able to get them on the in lug bulk. I would say I would buy them all from you, but I've definitely got like 100 of them here.
Yeah, I don't think we have but 30 or 40 of them. But I mean, when you're in $7 or $8 on each one and you got 30 or 40 of them, that's a bunch.
I wonder what they'll do once they become no longer available.
Well, we're holding on to them for that. We're not doing panic selling on them.
Tron, I actually don't like the Gryffindor shield because the Gryffindor shield and the snake shield remind me too much of Harry Potter. What'd you say, though, Gene? You're holding on to them?
Yeah, but my problem is I'll probably be dead and gone before they're worth anything to Tori. Win some, you lose some.
That is very true.
The
Oh,
game
no.
is just like your retirement account. You hope you win more than you lose.
You got a retirement account? My retirement account's sitting behind me on a shelf. Not the Lego. I actually have like a sack of money back here. In case you were wondering.
Oh, you had a stack of money back there?
Yeah. Had.
Haley said it wasn't important that I could just take that home with the other Lego stuff.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you didn't take it, it would just end up in your store, right?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and put it there to start with.
Is she talking to you?
No.
Oh, let's say I'm waiting on her to answer a text, and she hadn't answered yet. So
She's with her sister tonight. Uh-oh. A non-Lego piece fell in my Lego bucket. I gotta get it before the disease spreads. Gene, are you ever gonna pull these minifigs up?
he's got it there, but you started talking about something else.
I don't know. I don't believe that. I'm gonna throw up the quote again.
That's what I was going to show. So this is the view using Brick Store, which is software that a lot of Bricklink store owners use for managing inventory. We can add stuff to it, and it can show us, what the current average price is based on how you told it to do it. And so what I did is I went to all the collectibles and just went for anything that was over $20 current value. And it's kind of interesting. So let's see if it'll show up. Oh, it's weird. It doesn't show the float over window. When I float over and it shows the big picture, I can see it on the screen, but it's not showing on share.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, buddy. Let me try.
Probably because it opens it in what it considers a different window.
That's what I'm thinking. So we'll do share the entire screen. When we do that,
Enter your password for us.
yeah. So there you go. So looking at the top, I don't know, 25 or 30. 26. We deleted 4 of them. So you start down at the bottom. That is the Orc Rogue. Even though it has an idea number on it, it's considered to be part of the collectible minifigs when you go to Bricklink. That one came out in 2024. You jump up one, Cinderella, 2023. She's $26.50. You go up another one, Collector Series 1, number 1. It's the Tribal Hunter.
That's one of the ones that I was looking at.
Yeah. And the really cool thing is, one of the really expensive parts of this one is, well, every time I move the mouse, it goes away. The feathers on the head, the painted feathers. Yeah. So that one's really kind of cool. She's $27.85. Then you get into Roman Commander. He's Series 10. So he's from, 2013? Maybe. Yep. There's a bagpiper. I think he's really cool. I like the fabric around his waist. He's got a kilt on. Yep. And he's from 2012. You get to the next one is Prince Charming. As plain as Prince Charming is, he is 28 and a quarter roughly.
Isn't that Prince Charming right there? Doesn't that come with one of the castles?
Yeah, he comes with the Cinderella one, I believe.
That's what I was saying. What's weird is those aren't technically CMFs.
I know, but they're listed in the CMF section of Bricklink.
See you later, Will.
So then the next one is from this Disney 100 series, no, the Disney Series 2. It's Jack Skellington.
Yeah, I know he's up there.
Yeah, he's $30, and we've sold a ton of those. We ended up with a bunch of those somehow, and I don't think we have any left.
That was when you bought all those CMFs.
Yeah, we bought a ton of them.
Because I've got
Yeah, we're out of them.
Jack and Sally up here behind me.
So the next one is the Spartan Warrior. He's from Series 2. And
So
I
it
like
looks
his
like
helmet.
It's just the ones that can be army built are the ones that are going
Yeah.
up crazy in value.
Yeah, he's almost $31. Then Bucky Barnes, White Wolf.
That's the white soldier.
He's 3118. He's from 2018.
Yeah.
Then we jump to Frightening Night. There's a Fright Night and a Frightening Night. One of the expensive parts of him is that green plume on his head, dark green.
Yep.
He's 31 and quarter. Ariel, and I think we've sold out of those. We had several of those. She's 31, 33.
So we just bought her at Bricks and Minifigs last time we went for like $10.
Yeah, the prices I'm giving are the current current new prices.
Most of the Haley tries to buy all the minifigs from Disney that aren't mini dolls.
So she doesn't do the mini dolls at all.
No. But if I am not mistaken, other than the ones that we've stayed away from, there's not a single Disney minifigure that she wants that we don't have. Back when they did the Disney 100, I've got I probably have 10 or 15 Cruella de Vil's here because the only reason we bought them was to get the Dalmatians out of them.
Yeah, we had a bunch of the Cruellas.
Well, I gave you a whole bunch of the 100s.
Oh yeah, that's part of that big credit thing we did. All right, so continuing on, out of Series 1 is the Zombie. He's $31.50. And then Tony Stark was out of one of the Marvel Collector series, 32 and a quarter.
EMS said that she's got all the CMF sets complete except for the German soccer team, the British Olympic set, and Mr. Gold.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Next on the list, from Series 11, the Pretzel Girl. And I like the fabric on her waist too. It's a cool design.
That looks like they could be using that in some of the elf stuff.
Yeah. Next one, Series 5, is the Graduate. And my understanding is that one's so expensive because so many people want to buy it for their college graduate and high school graduate. So it's harder to find. From that, you get to the Roman Soldier in Series 6. He's $33.50.
So they've done 3 Roman soldier type?
They've had several. Jump to Series 1 and the Clown. He's 34.5 bucks. And what sucks is we've got the torso, and we've got the hair, and I think we've got the legs, but we don't have the face.
I have him. That's the.
I think we have one of him. I think we have one of him complete, but I stumbled on. Nope, we don't. Sorry. Thought we did.
Other than the Knights, that's the only CMF. Well, the Disney characters. Other than that, all the CMFs you've shown, those are the ones that I have out of it.
So Series 17, we got Rocket Boy. He's about 35.5. I think that one's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to another one of your Army builds, Series 1 Forest Men, $39 a piece. That red plume is a big part of it.
Yep.
Series 8 Conquistador, $39.
I have the Conquistador.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite Army build looking figure. Just the way his legs and his armor go together. It's really well done artistically. Then you jump to Series 10, Bumblebee Girl. She's 39.5. That's one of Tori's favorites.
I've never understood the price of that one.
I haven't either, but Tori loves it. Then Island Warrior was in Series 11. He's cool.
General Tron, what one do you have? Tron said he has one of that. Now I actually want.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Tron, do you want some Forcemen? The tiki hat is definitely something I've wanted to.
Yeah. So then after that is Medusa from Series 10. She's 42 bucks.
Oh, yeah, she does.
And we've got her hair and her head, but not the torso and the head. We've got the hair and the tail, but not the torso and the head. Then Classic King from Series 13, 42 bucks.
Yeah, I got him.
Next is Fright Night. He's fairly recent. He's Series 19, 2019.
Yeah, I have some of the Fright Nights.
And then the Viking Series 20 from 2020. Yeah, the only thing cool about him was the orange beard.
A lot of these, the only reason they're popular at all is because of the fact that people wanted them for certain pieces, I believe.
Yeah. Then Viking, I'm sorry, Heroic Knight from Series 9. So there's another knight for you.
I've got a bunch of him, but that was one of the ones that they put on the build a minifigure section.
Next one is Forest Maiden from Series 9. She's almost 46 bucks. And the hair is the big drawing point on that one. Then you got War Machine.
War Machine's not a CMF.
Oh, yeah, it was listed in their CMF section though. Then he's 49 bucks, 48.95. Then Baturion
likes all the Viking stuff, new and old.
Yes, and then there's Baturion, Centurion Batman.
Yeah,
he's 51.60. And then this is the one. There's two different versions of this, and both are listed in the CMFs at different places. And this guy is not a CMF, but he's listed in that section, and he is 55. Tournament night, 59-212. He's probably one of the coolest knights.
That's the Raven Knight. That's the one that they put on the pick a brick section online, and there was people that bought tons of that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because he's $59 now.
Back when they did the when I was doing the castle at Brick Fair, Virginia, there was a guy that had 20 of those at $13 a piece, and I almost bought them all.
So then the last two I've got on the list are Flynn Rider from Disney, $81.
That is not a CMF.
I get it, but it was on the CMF section of Bricklink.
Yeah.
And then the last one is also not a CMF. It was on CMF section. And it was, he's part of the Rapunzel set. And it's Rapunzel. And she's over $100.
I get that one because she's with the Disney Castle, and I think that's the only way to get her.
I think that's the only way to get Flint, too.
Yeah, it is. Tron said he got that tournament night early on cheap. Papa says that he is dropping out for the evening, folks. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you again, Papa. So what did you bring?
I only brought, well, they're 4 different mocks, but they're from one guy. I wanted to showcase him. Nothing too crazy this week because we had so many sets that we either finally got pictures of or stuff that was actually released. This right here is the GWP. I don't really want any of the pieces in here. The foliage will be kind of cool to have just for, I guess, future builds. But overall, there's nothing on this thing that really stands out to me. Do I want 20 of them? No, but will I buy 20 of them just to have, or buy 20 orders separately just to get them to send it to me? Possibly. I don't know what everyone's thoughts on it are. I don't find it like a really cool, gotta have type thing. But I will say that the last convention I went to, the bookcase that came out a couple months ago, people were asking like $120 for that. Do I think this will get there? No. But for free, why not, right?
Yeah.
Next up.
Well, I will say that bookcase was probably one of the coolest.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
GWPs.
Yeah, I agree. That's
and it was a theme that would appeal to just about anybody.
Next up is something that I think is pretty cool that we're getting. By the way, I put these in order. There's a reason why I did this. I think it's pretty cool we're getting this. I think his head looks way out of proportion to what he is. This is another one that I won't buy just because I simply have stayed away from this style. The buildable figures, I have none of them. Don't really plan to get any of them. And it's one of those things. It doesn't do anything for me. A lot of I see this as a set that parents will buy for kids to have because it's their favorite character or something like that, or the adults that want to complete the stuff while having all of the buildable figs.
Well, and here's my prediction. In 2 years, we're going to get Tori and I are going to have like half a dozen of those plate modifieds with the sticker on it, with the sticker crooked on every one of them.
Probably. I can definitely see that. I don't really like this. The head throws it off, and it's nothing really about the build. It's just, I don't know, something about it doesn't do it. It's not something, once again, that I would go buy. I know that I say that like almost every week when I show something new. Lego has just really became lackluster for me. I've been putting off buying a lot of stuff from Lego just because I would rather buy the pieces to build mocks with.
And we all appreciate that, Richard.
I mean, he looks cool, I guess, but it's just I don't know. It's not for me. I hope to God that those are prints and not stickers, but by looking at it, I can pretty much tell they're stickers. Next up, we got the GWP that's coming. A lot of people are like really excited about this. This is another thing it's meh for me. It doesn't matter if we get it or not. I know that there's a lot of Star Wars fans that are really, really hyped about this. It's cool they're finally doing it. We've never gotten the Camino training facility type set before, but these are, I mean, literally they're printing 3 minifigs and putting them in a pack, so you could almost in a way army build these if you really wanted a clone army. But if you're going to buy a clone army, you're going to want them to have their armor on. Next up, this is actually extremely cool. I really like this. I almost would buy this if this was my thing. This is the train we talked about a couple weeks ago. They are releasing pictures of it now. It does come like remote controlled. It has an entire track set with it. Now that I know that, I definitely think this is well worth the price.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I would say, Gene, you being a train guy, that's right up your alley.
Yeah, we'll have that.
And what is the last set that we've gotten a full track with? It's been a while, right?
Well, with the whole track, yeah.
About
Harry
2
Potter.
years. No,
Harry Potter wasn't a whole track.
but we've got 2 of them in here that are the freight set and passenger set.
That's true.
About 2 years ago.
And it came with like a whole oval type build.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did, Richard.
That I mean, this right here is, my opinion, way better than anything Star Wars that we've gotten lately. I know that that's probably
What's going on with all the rocks in the background? What are they doing with those?
Right here.
Yeah.
It's a play feature. It comes with this thing where you can pull a lever and they fall onto the train.
That's cool. Cooper's gonna love it.
Yeah, this has a lot of. This actually comes with a lot of like old school play features that we would have gotten back in the day. Next up, this is another set. Like I said, I'm not going to hate on this because this is how we figured out the information about the train. It says that there's a central train station. The building is mostly in tan, medium nougat, and dark blue. From left to right, there's a small bench outside the building. Then there's a reception desk, olive green and white. On top of it's a dining area with a poster in front of it and a picture behind the minifig that is sitting where the curved roof of the dining area, which uses a large white Technic piece with transparent garage doors. In the middle, there's a train track with a construction cart on it. The train station seems to sit on top of the tunnel, and there's a clock tower on the train station. There are also 2 new pigeon molds on the roof, and on the right, there's a platform, what looks like to be a ticket machine, and an information board with a tall structure behind the platform that looks to be like an elevator with big blue transparent panels and a door. It comes with 7 minifigs, which include a dad, a baby, a receptionist, a black hair female repairman, and a female kid and an old man in suit.
Okay, there's this saying that they used to say a lot. A picture's worth 1,000 words. They had to have a damn picture to look at to write that. Why didn't they just show us the picture?
That was my whole thought while reading it, because like I said, I do proofread and pre-do this stuff before I bring it. And I read that and I was like, he literally got that off of a picture, or either they showed somebody a picture or somebody the set, and the guy like tried to memorize it by brain so he could write it down. I don't know, but like I said, we found the information about the other train out this way, and that Arctic train is really cool. I'm wondering if this one is going to come with the train track too, because the other one didn't say it was. I don't know what y'all's, I guess, full thoughts on that is. And then we got Mr. Lego History Sam pops in and goes, "Hey guys." General Tron Brix says, "Hey" to Mr. Lego History Sam. And then next up, this right here is the coolest thing I think I've seen lately. This is an Ninjago set.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
And for somebody that doesn't like brick built minifigs, I do like that. Brick built figures, I do like that one.
Believe me, me too. I think that is a really, really good looking dragon. I love the way that the cloth fabric looks on the wings. I'm glad we're finally getting some more of the type of stuff we've all asked for so long. I do have to say the build, I want to see how it's done because it has to hold up the weight of that bad boy somehow. And something that I really like about this which it's on the screen, you can read it too, that I wish they would get back to doing is it says it comes with a poster. And little things like Lego giving us posters and stuff like that is something I wish they would do again. Me and
What's
Gene,
the last set that they did a poster on?
the last one I know wasn't a set necessarily that came with it. It was the Star Wars stuff from 2 years ago, and you had to fill out your. They sent it to you, but it was a digital copy that allowed you to print it yourself. That do what?
No, the Formula One cars. They did a special thing through Amazon that you could get all 10 Formula One cars plus an exclusive poster. That's a legit.
Yeah, but that wasn't. That was like an exclusive. This isn't something exclusive. I mean, it comes with the set. You don't have to buy it off of Amazon, but I get what you're saying.
No. I mean when you bought the multi-pack of Formula One cars, the 10-pack.
Yeah, but it was only through Amazon.
Right, but it wasn't an Amazon branded box. It was a Lego multi-pack and it had the poster in it. They just released it only through Amazon.
Did you never bought it, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the poster around here somewhere. Downstairs, I think. And it came out in 2 different versions too. There's an international version and a US version.
Next up, this right here is kind of the order and why I was putting in it. I hate this. This is so dumb to me. Believe me, I spent a lot of my time growing up as an artist. I understand art. I understand there are people's perception of art, and everybody's perception is different. As a Lego build, this is dumb.
You have no appreciation for modern culture.
Yeah,
that's an homage to that Australian chick that danced in the Olympics.
Well, you know what? You might be right on that one, and I'm sorry that I am uncultured. I'm a horrible person.
That was the Friends girls dance.
But
Elaine, Tori's over here doing the Elaine dance.
But let me put it this way: if I'm at a Lego store and I see you buying this, I'm bullying you. This is dumb. Do not waste your money on this, people, please.
Good, it'll go cheap, and then we can piece out all the parts.
The pieces are going to kind of be cool because this looks like it's pretty big. I mean, if you look right here, that's right. That right there alone is like 12 studs. So it's going to be pretty big. Next up, this is another one. I don't understand it. Makes more sense than the other one, but I don't understand this one either. I don't know if I missed something, but I guess this is last one was paying homage to an artist. This is paying homage to more of an artist, Tiger King. I'm glad we finally get a Lego set from Tiger King. I really appreciate that their Lego is stepping out and doing that. I don't know about y'all, but I believe Tiger King is a hero to the modern culture. And a set that we get that, if you would say so, idolizes him is pretty cool. I don't know how y'all feel about this.
It's missing the rest of the tiger in his butthole.
Which we still got that in the closet.
You keep the butthole in the closet?
I keep the butthole in the closet. You're right.
That's a lie. I see him behind the camera. You fell for that one.
Is that what y'all were texting each other about? How to set up that joke?
Nope.
That was so easy. It's like it just fell. The pieces just clicked together, almost like I was building Lego.
Yeah, but instead you're building Lego.
Tron says it's not a close-up, so I can't really see whatever flaws it might have. But from what I see so far, this has got to be the best dragon I've ever seen Lego do. Then he says, so the breakdancer who did the kangaroo thing, and then he said the tiger is pretty nice. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad build. I just don't understand the point of it. They're throwing anything that they can in this art section now, and it's kind of like the botanicals. The botanicals came out with like flower vases, and then they were like, well, we're going to give you a weird garden set and name it under there. And then now there's like
a modular cactus set.
Yeah, I mean it's so strange that they're running with it. It's like they find a theme that does a little good, and they're like, well, let's run it into the ground.
Well, you know what I think it is? Working in a graphics intensive position, a lot of times you'll assign a charrette to a team and see who comes up with the best idea. And I think with the Bionicles, I think they got all their designers together and said, do something to show me your best plant series or best botanical series. So I think they're just taking that assignment that they competed on and spreading it out.
Maybe. Next up, another one of those things that fall under that botanical set. Is this really a botanical? It's a Japanese maple tree. I'm a fan of this just because of the leaves that we're getting and the colors.
Yeah.
It'll make them more readily available. Well, this is another set that I will not buy. Like I said, though, leaves look awesome. It's a really cool looking tree. I will say that they're getting to the point now where they're coming out with so many items in so many different colors that I'm sure Gene will not like this. But all those little Technic ball joints, can we get them in something other than gray?
Which ball joints?
The ones that are holding on every single.
Oh, yeah, I see them. Yeah, those aren't Technic ball joints. Those are toe ball joints. Those are the standard Lego joints.
Because actually, believe it or not, the cart I have that's in y'all store right now, I have 200 of each of those in the cart.
Good. When you get rid of them?
I ran out. Next up, I'll let y'all decide what y'all want to do with this.
Looks like it belongs in a kid's nursery.
Yeah, that's one of their young designers that failed at the competition.
Am I missing something with this? Is this like, this isn't a TV show or anything, is it?
No, not to my knowledge, but I am.
Happy Plants.
Huh?
Happy Plants.
Happy Plants. It's a new show.
That's what it says.
I know, I see it. It's a new show called Happy Plants, like Happy's Place.
Is this a Tron Brick says nope. Yeah, I'm hoping to God that this, I don't know. I do not know it. Like I've said this before, comics used to be extremely big in the early 90s, and they tanked just because they force fed everything down everybody's throat. And it's beginning to kind of feel like this is what Lego's turning out to do. I mean, there's not a single set other than the train that I've showed y'all tonight that makes any kind of sense.
You got to hear Lego's description of that set. Hold on, let me get back to it.
Trevor said it looks like it belongs in Adventure Time.
It says, plant seeds of joy with the Lego Botanicals Happy Plants building set for kids age 9 and up. blooming with adorable details. This set lets girls and boys get creative as they build two joyful Lego plants. And it goes on from there.
All right, from now on, everything that I bring, you have to read in that same enthusiasm.
It was not enthusiasm. It was trying to keep from laughing my ass off.
It's almost like the pictures that they show you when you go to Lego's website and you go to buy a set, and it always shows some random person looking like they know what they're doing, trying to build, and they're always smiling. Like who wrote that? Find out who that was. I'm gonna have them as a guest on the show. Next up is another picture of this beautiful set. I think what I should actually do is I think that if these ever go on clearance, Gene,
Yeah.
we should split the money, buy like 15 of them, and ship them to people that watch the show.
And then they'll quit watching the show.
Because you know that this is not going to be but like a $20 or $30 set. And if it goes on sale for $15, it might be worth sending it to people. Next up, something I really do like. I will be buying this.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's so cute.
He moves. He will stand up. His tongue actually like pops out to where pops off to where it doesn't have to be like sticking out constantly. Why they come out with a bunch of trash and then release something like this, I do not understand. But I think this right here is a really cool looking build.
I do too.
I did that just because I'm a dog person.
You do have to buy all 101 of them, though.
$40 a piece.
Try 80.
80.
I think it's 79 or 89. 79, 69 or 79.
So $8,000 later.
Yeah.
Well, you got points, Gene.
I don't have $8,000 worth of points.
Yeah, Gene, just use your points. I think that should be my goal. I should build no more mocks. My goal is to get 101 of these bad boys. And when you come to the convention, I'm just going to have 101 of these laid out on the table.
You're the only person that's going to army build Dalmatians.
Exactly. Well, technically, I just told you a little bit ago, when it comes to the ones that came with the Corella, I already have like 20 of them. There's always gears turning. And I saw a chance to get some Dalmatians. You never know. I might have 101 of them bastards in a block.
Strategically placed around it.
No, it's the whole mock.
Oh.
These little sticker things that they put in here are starting to get a little annoying. Next up, this is the guy I wanted to show. We've talked to before, and I forgot who brought them, but there was somebody, I think it was Drew. Drew might have brought one of the guys who built everything in black and nothing but black.
Yes,
You remember that, Gene?
I remember that.
No, that was on Good Morning Brick World.
No.
But Drew could have still brought it. Yeah,
Well, maybe,
It was. He's a black guy. Hive brought it, and turned out Lene knows.
Well, this isn't that guy. This is another guy.
Okay.
And he builds in gray to make it look almost like a black and white monochrome picture.
Yeah.
This is his sperm whale, of course. The piece usage on this is excellent. It almost kind of makes it look like a bionic type thing, but not at the same time. He also has done a bunch of different things. His name is Mitsuro Nikito. I'm guessing this is like a jellyfish of some type.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It's cool though. It's got a little like zing to it in a way. Oh, I just realized something. I bet I know what it's going to make me do with these strings. Oh, that's going to suck. Tori, I'm going to need you. It's going to have me tying little knots.
Gene, we have to go over and have to do the knot job. Remember how I helped?
Oh, when I do those on the crane, I have to use tweezers.
Got to install 3 guns. This thing has a lot of guns on it.
And they still lost the war.
Well, it's because we made them disappear. Next up, a Marlin. I like that. I think it's really cool.
I do too. What are the fins on the back? Can you zoom into it?
Yeah, they're 1x1
those
round
are-
plates with the 1x1 bar with the stud on the end, and then it just keeps going to create that pattern.
That's cool.
They're wide, so it's 2 wide right here, not just 1. They're sandwiched
Yeah.
together. Next up, this dune worm looking thing. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. And that is all I brought tonight.
Those are cool though, Richard.
I really like the black and gray. I mean the gray and dark gray.
Yeah, I love that sperm one.
Oh man, here we go. I'm gonna have to tie some stuff. Man, this isn't gonna be fun. All right, we got a 26 centimeter one, an 88 centimeter one, and a 79 centimeter one. So I'm guessing that's the 88. This is the 26. Put it through a stud. Oh, it doesn't have you tie them. You just kind of push them into play. This is going to take a while. First of all, I got to turn this monstrosity around. And, of course, it falls apart.
You say it fell apart.
Well, there's some very loose connections on here in some of this stuff.
I've noticed that with a lot of Lego stuff now.
Well, that's the Flago.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Plego. Yeah, because remember how the my rooster, he's real loose on the base.
Oh, yeah.
He's not real sturdily attached.
Trevor said it's a dwarf octopus. I'm going to take his word for it. Because if it's anybody that knows dwarfs, it's Trevor.
This short guy.
Yeah. Sorry, that was an easy stab.
Yep.
I was
He's
gonna say
cool,
it's
but he's not his
because
Uncle Terry.
I was gonna say it's because he worked at the Greensboro Science Center, but
He doesn't have a little man in his head.
Yeah. So Tori just finished this guy.
I like him. He's cool, but he doesn't have a little mini figure in the head.
Yeah. The other big fig, you take the hat off and take the face off, and there's like a regular sized minifig driving it.
yeah, we've got him. Haley won that last year at Brick Fair.
Yeah, I think it's just the head.
Man, this is some tedious shiz.
Oh, I lifted
No,
it.
you just lift the hat.
Yeah, I did. I thought
Okay,
it was
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's just lifting his head. Yeah, he's cuter. But now I got both of them. Dum da dum. Dum da.
Corey's Army building big figs.
Big tiger.
Trevor says, and I built him. If he's not happy, okay, which one is he? I think he made a dwarf joke for being Trevor. Get it?
They could have easily done him where he is staff
Mm-hmm.
and made something.
Renee says he was fun to build, and they just finished the pirate a couple weeks ago. I have neither of those. Only big fig I got is the one with the person in its head, and that was because Haley won it. Who designed this thing?
I do not know that answer.
What did he ask?
Who designed that thing?
Lego.
Flecko.
Oh, he's doing that Lego.
You're having to like shove the string into the lightsaber hilt by the bar to create a hold for it. Cool idea. It's hard to accomplish. We'll get it. Trevor said he's grumpy, not happy. Mother trucker.
Yeah, those look good back there.
No, they're going in
This
the
would be
downstairs hall.
a cool set for the grandson if you want to buy it from me. I'll give you a good deal on it.
The Flago boat.
Yeah.
And Brickin.
Wait till he's about 8 years old. And then we'll buy it and put Tannerite in and let it be the first thing he blows up.
The string is way too long for what they're wanting me to use it for. Well, can't even get the other string off the ground.
So she told you it's way too long for what you're using it for.
Yeah. I get that often.
What if ever you're shaking her head for some reason? I don't know if she's got an ear infection and shaking her ears, or I don't know what it is.
I mean, this really is some like tedious. Dang it, Bobby.
We'll see you can get them all done tonight.
Mm-hmm. That's my goal.
Where's the white one? Already built
You
that?
already, I think you already put it up.
Oh, no, it's a Hess. Hess is white on the real formula. They even make their tires look like they've got the crap on them. We sold almost 400 tires today.
One's on one order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're building a racetrack.
I don't know. What was the other piece? The little slope? The one
1x1.
slope?
Slope 31x1.
Transclear, red, blue, and yellow. And I think there was 3, 4, almost 500 of those. We're traveling to Raleigh this weekend to go see Alison Krauss.
The country singer.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is tied.
Oh, I gotta get mine.
All right, so I need to tighten this one string.
I'm deep in thought.
Do what?
I'm deep in thought. I'm trying to build the last of the Formula One cars before I just freaking crash. I'm tired tonight.
When I get done with this, I'm probably going to work on the roof some. All right, well,
Haley's
I
not
got
there.
that side done.
Now, why did they? How many of the Formula One cars have you done?
I built them all except for 2. Which one are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Took one of your boxes.
The Aston Martin.
I'll flatten them out for you tomorrow.
Which one is that?
The green one.
I've not built that one yet. That one's down here in the well. Isn't there 2 green ones?
I think there are.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I've not built the Aston Martin yet. The Aston Martin and Williams Racing are the 2 I got left.
So I did the Haas, the RB19, and Aston Martin.
and that's it. You're done now.
I'm done.
Well, not done with this one, but you're done with the set. So what are y'all doing this weekend, Richard?
Saturday, we're going to that movie. Sunday, I'm not sure. So why is this string this long? We'll have to cut a bunch. Oh, no, I'm not. What the hell? That would have been nice to know.
Was that?
The way that it has
Oh,
these
yeah.
instructions, it makes sense if you skip a few pages ahead to do the string, but if you follow it by how it has you do it, it's annoying.
Legion just said I've returned from my duties.
Legion, you
Is
need to
that
build.
is that military duties or home duties?
He's still gone.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Military, he said. I got 6 years of this left.
If I wasn't such a perfectionist at this, I would have gave up by now. Comes up top. Then this.
So Legion, what duties do you have now? Do you have to make sure the screen door's shut on the sub every night?
Yeah, the water.
I mean, y'all don't leave that open?
Is there a Lego submarine?
Well, kind of. They call it the Titanic.
No.
No.
Technically, you're not wrong.
No, actually there is. You remember the old
Yeah, basically.
there's an old series that had the bright trans yellow and trans blue stuff that was underwater stuff.
Arctic Zone?
No, not Arctic
You mean
Zone. There's
Aqua Zone?
Aquazone. Yes, Aquazone. They had submarines.
Oh, exactly. He goes, yeah, basically. Oh, man. Atlantis. Here's Atlantis.
Oh yeah, there was an Atlantis series. And General Tron says town had some underwater stuff too.
Well, I guess we should be collecting those now for Legion. So when he gets back, he can have something to build.
Legion's got plenty to build. I've got a set that I think he wants me to build for him. Legion, text me if I'm correct on that.
Clean flight, win, basically. I can't read it very well.
Clean fight and win, basically. Oh, clean sub, fights, and win.
Okay.
So this with the string technically does not set
Do a
all.
lot of cleaning. I bet they did.
Where's number 9?
I mean, a lot.
And then I don't know. He said he's became a pro of dusting stuff and sadly not Lego sets.
Well, he'll be a pro at Lego sets by the time he gets done with all that cleaning.
Legion Tori might hire you then.
Yeah,
She hates
I
dusting.
hate dusting. It's my least favorite thing to do. I'll do windows over dusting. So I guess the submarine doesn't have a whole lot of windows.
There's at least one window on each side of the screen door.
The screen door.
Yeah, you didn't know that the sub has a screen door?
I guess not.
What else do you open to look outside without opening the main door? You can't let water in.
Well, then, guess you're right.
But guys, it is at time. I know it's been boring tonight.
We've all been trying to finish tasks.
Well, this stupid set with these strings.
I think people are enjoying watching your frustration level.
I'm enjoying seeing the ship. So he's back
Still-
far enough with this camera that you can see his build.
Well,
Can't see your.
I mean, this thing is quite the monster.
I'm getting production critique from Tori.
Well, if you didn't get it from her, who's going to give it to you?
Richard, when I said I do, that meant I'm not going to try to get it from anybody else.
You said and you said you'd give me 50 more years. So when you were talking about, you said something about, I don't remember what it was, but you're talking about life and it was short. And I was like, no, you said 50 years.
No, I did not say 50 years. You said 50 years.
And you agreed. You said, I
didn't say 50 live years.
I better be. I'm not going to talk to a can of dust. What type of, that's what I asked Haley, is what's her dad having operation on? Or can you share?
I don't really know what all's going on. I think it's
Okay.
just annual checkups for everything, but they've given him some medicine and stuff, and they don't want him to drive.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Floyd to pre-op. He's got his pre-op tomorrow, so he likes me to drop him off, and he calls me when he's done, and I go by and pick him up.
All right, so that's a little better, I guess. All right, now I got to build this stand.
Sand?
Stand.
Oh, it's sand.
And then I'll be done. Next week, I'll be back to building F1 cars, which are much nicer than this. Maybe. I don't know. I got to place that Lego order. Maybe. I may order some stuff in it. I don't
I'll
know.
be building the F1 car next week too. The big Red Bull.
Tron says there's a lot I can't do at the moment. I just had an MRI yesterday. I guess I got bulging discs in lower back. That's not good. What'd you do?
And I
Zig
assume
when you
sitting's
should have
not
zagged?
comfortable. Four
He
bad
said
discs.
4 bad discs.
Ooh.
Man, sorry to hear that.
Really, that's not comfortable. Somebody, there we go.
It's really not comfortable.
Mm-mm. Is that something you can have surgery or something done to bring some relief?
Hey, well, never mind. I don't know. I was going to say, Legion, if I end this and send you an invite, can you come on?
You just said dang to General Tron. Oh, you're putting your tray on it. That's what's happening.
He said, yeah, I can for a bit.
Good.
All right, it's time to end this thing.
Most likely surgery, he said.
Tron, I'm gonna end this and I'll send you a link too. Well, Tron, are you on Instagram? Tron, if you're on Instagram, message me. And thanks for everybody for coming out. Everybody take it easy. We'll be back next week, back with the normal George and crew. Everybody stay safe out there. Don't do anything too crazy.
Peace out.
Yeah. Clicks and clacks, building blocks, let's begin. Stacks on stacks, with beards we always win. In a world of plastic, our minds spin. Brick by brick, where do we dive in? Brickin' with the beard, we never stop. Talking pieces, colors.